This video is for the audience of department heads who will be submitting data to theme team leaders regarding their program's activities as it relates to some of the strategic planning for the Student Affairs Division and the relevant themes. There are also separate videos for the audience of theme team leaders with regard to how they will manage posting of the content that you submit to them under their theme team summary sheets. In order for you to submit activity to theme team leaders, you will need to have an active Blackboard account, and you will receive an email link from Eleuterio for a self-enrollment process that will give you access to the Student Affairs Strategic Planning Blackboard account. Your first step in the process is to log into your Blackboard account. In this case, I have already enrolled through a link that Eleuterio did send me earlier, but for purposes of this illustration, we're going to go ahead and walk through the process of self-enrolling into the Student Affairs Strategic Planning Blackboard site again. Now that we are logged into Blackboard, I'm going to bring up the email that Eleuterio sent to me for self-enrollment and click on the link that he provided. The next screen will show a couple of submit buttons. I can choose either one. By clicking on these, I am going to submit my name for enrollment, and I should be greeted with this Action Successful message indicating that enrollment was successful. I can click down here on OK, and then it's important that I click on my Blackboard link up here to see a listing of all of the Blackboard organizations that I'm enrolled in, and this is where you would see the Student Affairs Strategic Planning link listed. We will now move forward to demonstrate how you can submit your department's activity to the theme team leaders. We'll go ahead and open up the DOSA Strategic Planning site. On the left-hand side, you'll see a link for each one of the theme teams, together with a link here for a form that you will use later to submit your department's activity. It's important that you're familiar with what each theme team has already posted with regard to their theme goals for this fiscal year. In this case, we're opening up Theme 1, and we can see what that theme has placed up here in terms of its strategic planning goals and objectives. In this case, their first goal is listed here, and they already have activities, indicators, and outcomes listed under this particular goal. If you scroll down, you can see additional goals listed and corresponding activities and indicators and such relative to that goal. It's important to note that your security level does not allow you to directly edit this content, but you will be able to submit content to theme team leaders for their review, and that is what this video will illustrate for you in just a few minutes. It is important at this point that you make sure you are in edit mode so that you can submit data for your program. Here in the upper right hand corner, you can see the edit mode button. Currently, its status is on. If perchance you notice that it is in the off position, you can simply click here to activate edit mode. Again, this is very important for your data submission process to be successful. To go ahead and submit activities for your program, you will come down to the report form to theme team leaders. Click on this link. Here you'll see instructions about how to submit data. And below the instructions, you'll see listed here the Blackboard report form to theme team leaders template document. This is the instrument that you will use to complete your department's submission for each one of the theme teams that you have corresponding activity for. It's important to note that the theme teams have already posted all of the goals for this year. To submit activity for our program, we will click on the link and open the corresponding Word document. It is here that you will list your program, the relevant theme, the goal that your activity relates to from your program. In this case, it will be placing an emphasis upon mentoring, academic advising, and such. Go ahead and paste that in here, which we have. And I can complete the related activities. And we'll pause here and go ahead and paste in additional information. In the case of measurable outcomes, at this stage you may not have any. You may just be reporting what your activities and indicators are at this point in the semester. But as information comes in later, you may be posting additions to the theme team leaders with regard to actual outcomes and results. If in this example you had already completed some of this work, you could go ahead and complete these two columns. If, after reviewing the goals already posted by the theme team leaders, you notice that you have other goals or activities that are related to the theme, but that have not yet been listed on the posted material, you can submit complementary activities, indicators, and outcomes at the bottom of the form, right in the area shown here. After you submit your information, the theme team leader will work with you in posting these activities, indicators, and outcomes to the relevant areas. At this point, it is very important that you go ahead and save this form locally to your My Documents folder so that you can later upload it to the theme team leaders using the drop boxes on the Blackboard website. I'll go ahead and save this document now, and then we will illustrate how to upload this to the theme team Dropbox. Alright, so in this example we're still under the link here, report form to theme team leaders. We've just completed this form and saved it locally to our computer, and we're going to submit it now using the Theme 1 Dropbox. Click on the link to the Theme 1 Dropbox. This blank screen will open up, and you will click on the Create Thread link. In the subject line, enter your department name as a reference for the theme team that your program is submitting your activity. In this example, Student Success Services is submitting the data, so we will type that here. Next, you can scroll down a bit, and under Item 2 you will see Attachments and Attach File. Click on the Browse My Computer button. This is the document that we just edited, version number 3. Go ahead and click Open, and you will see the file name listed here as the attached document. Go ahead and scroll down and click on the Submit button. And in the Theme 1 Dropbox, we now see our submission from Student Success Services. Congratulations, you have just submitted your department's activity to this point in time for review by the theme team leaders. If you have additional submissions to make for other themes, you would simply repeat this process by coming back to the Report Form to Theme Team Leaders box, or link. Open up another form, fill out the content, again, save it locally to your computer, and then once it is saved, open up the relevant theme team Dropbox and submit the second submission, the third submission, and so forth as you proceed through activity reporting for each one of the theme teams. Theme team leaders will periodically review your data submissions and contact you with any questions. Once reviewed, your activities will be added to each theme team's posted summary of activities and will ultimately be viewable through these links here. Earlier in the presentation, we commented that when you make your first submission to the theme teams, you may not have outcomes or results data available at that time. You would simply be reporting your activities. If later during the semester or near the end of the year you have outcomes to report, you can do so by retrieving the forms that you had submitted earlier. In this case, we'll open up the form that we uploaded just a minute ago. You can go ahead and update that form with new information, save the form again, and then repeat the process for uploading your data submission using the theme team drop boxes, as we showed you just a few minutes ago earlier in this demonstration.